Delegation of Bangladesh Puja Celebration Council pays courtesy call on Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. Necessary fuel supplied to filling stations, but panic buying increases demand. Minister for Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Iqbal Hassan Mahmood informs Parliament. No fuel crisis in the country. Agriculture, fertilizer and power production sectors to get priority fuel supply, says ministry spokesperson. Measles vaccination program begins in all upazilas from Sunday. Children being infected due to lack of necessary immunity, experts opine. Remittances hit new record of 375 crore US dollars in March 2026. International Crimes Tribunal rejects Jashot President Hassanul Haq Inu's application for retrial of crimes against humanity case related to July mass uprising. US President Donald Trump threatens to strike Iran with extremely severe blows over next 2 to 3 weeks. Says US is very close to reaching war targets. NASA successfully launches long-awaited Artemis 2 mission. Humans on the way to Moon's path after over 54 years. And Bangladesh beat Chinese Taipei 4-3 to kick off Asian Games hockey qualifiers. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10. I'm Mahmoud Rahman. Those were the headlines. We'll move on now to the details. A delegation of the Central Committee of Bangladesh Puja Udjapon Porishad paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. The delegation met the Premier at Bangladesh Secretariat today. Local Government, Rural Development and Cooperatives Minister Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir and central leaders of the Bangladesh Puja Udjapon Porishad were present during the meeting. Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Minister Iqbal Hassan Mahmood has said adequate oil is being supplied to the petrol pumps daily. However, artificial crisis is being created due to panic buying. The minister said this replying to a query during question and answer session at Jatiyo সংসদ today. Earlier, sitting of the House started with Speaker Major Retired Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram in the chair. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman was present at the House. Replying to a query, Power and Energy Minister said currently there is no plan to provide new gas connections to homesteads. He said government is prioritizing supplying gas to the mills and factories. Replying to a query, Industries Minister Khondokar Abdul Muqtadir said government has a plan to establish new mills and factories in the country to overcome unemployment problem. The minister said government is planning to reopen the closed mills and factories through public-private partnership. Besides, discussion on Rule 71, calling attention to matters of urgent public importance, was held at Jatiyo সংসদ today. Later, discussion on private members' bill was also held at the House. During the discussion, Education Minister Dr. A.N.M. Ehsanul Haq Milan urged members of Parliament to submit proposals for establishing technical institutions in their constituencies. Besides, Special Committee Chairman Joinal Abdin today placed its report at the House. The committee suggested to place 98 ordinances as it is and 15 ordinances after scrutiny in the House. The committee also suggested to place 16 ordinances later after strengthening and scrutiny. It also suggested to place bill at the House for repealing 4 ordinances. The sitting of the House will resume on Sunday in the afternoon. The government has said that fuel will be supplied on a priority basis according to demand in agriculture, fertilizer, production and electricity generation. Spokesperson of the Ministry of Power, Energy and Mineral Resources, Monir Hossain Chaudhry, made this statement at a regular press briefing at the Secretariat this afternoon. He mentioned that from March 3rd to April the 1st, a total of 372,000 litres of fuel oil were recovered across the country through drives, and said that there is no fuel crisis in the country. However, he also noted that panic buying of fuel has not yet stopped. Health Minister Sardar Mohammad Sakhawat Hussain has announced that an emergency vaccination campaign will begin nationwide from Sunday to combat the measles outbreak. He said children aged between 6 months and 10 years will be vaccinated against measles starting Sunday. Routine immunization under the extended program on immunization will also continue alongside the campaign. The Health Minister added that the vaccination campaign will be carried out across all districts and upazilas, including the capital. The government has also taken steps to procure 21.9 million doses of vaccines. Meanwhile, to ensure the vaccination campaign success, all leave for health sector officials and staff at the field level has already been cancelled. Experts have advised that even those who have previously received the measles vaccine should be vaccinated again. They further said that if children show symptoms such as rash, high fever, cough, breathing difficulties, diarrhea or red eyes, parents should not panic and rush to the nearby hospital. Meanwhile, to ensure proper treatment of measles patients, specialized measles wards have been opened in all medical college hospitals and district Shodar hospitals across the country, including in the capital. Measles infections continue to rise across the country. Children are the most affected as the disease is spreading rapidly among them. Health experts have identified 6 major reasons behind the surge, including gaps in vaccination programs, lack of proper nutrition, delayed diagnosis, and limited awareness about the disease. They also noted that weakened immunity makes children more vulnerable to infection. Doctors said measles commonly presents with symptoms such as high fever, red skin rashes, red eyes, runny nose, cough, and general weakness. Shishu Hospital Acting Director Professor Dr. Riaz Mubarak advised that infected individuals should be kept in isolation and proper hygiene must be maintained. He also emphasized the importance of providing nutritious food to patients. Riaz Mubarak urged parents to seek immediate medical attention if children develop fever along with measles symptoms. He said the Directorate General of Health Services has already launched a vaccination campaign to control the outbreak. Dr. Riaz Mubarak also called on parents to be more aware and proactive in preventing the disease. Experts stressed that measles is a preventable disease and effective vaccination along with increased awareness can ensure protection from infection. Since independence, Bangladesh has reached a new milestone by recording the highest ever remittance inflow in a single month. In the recently concluded month of March, expatriates sent $3.75 billion to the country. Never before in the country's history has such a large amount of foreign currency been received in a single month. The remarkable information was revealed in the latest statistics published by the Bangladesh Bank on April the 1st. Previously, the highest remittance record was set in March of last year, when $3.29 billion were received. A positive trend in remittance inflow had been observed since the beginning of March, mainly centered around the holy month of Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr. According to analysts, favorable working conditions in oil-rich Middle Eastern countries and relatively stable living costs have helped expatriates maintain their ability to send money. As well as with the decline in illegal hundi transactions, remittance through banking and other legal channels has increased significantly. Although receiving around $3 billion in remittance per month is now considered normal, experts believe that maintaining this trend in the long term may be quite challenging. The International Crimes Tribunal too has rejected an application seeking a re-investigation into the case against Yashad President and former Minister Hassanul Haq Inu over allegations of crimes against humanity during the July mass uprising. A three-member judicial panel of the tribunal, led by its chairman, Justice Nazrul Islam Chaudhry, passed the order today. Earlier, on 10th March, Hassanul Haq Inu submitted a written explanation of around 64 pages through his lawyer as part of his defense testimony. On now to international news.